Good evening. It's kind of getting quite late in the UK. So, good evening to you all. Episode 167 of the Ignite Your Purpose podcast. Um, Yesterday, incredible podcast. 166. It may look crap because we can't change the thumbnail. We can't put subtitle. We can't. It's just screwed up, but it's a great show. We spoke about the past, the present, and the future, and how we kind of interact with each of those things. Today, it's called Ignorance is Bliss. And there's another little quote that I picked up recently, and it goes a little something like this. Knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. I'll give you a second. Knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. Max, I suggest you introduce the crew, and then you better say something quite poignant. And
Beautiful people, we are Ignite Your Purpose. We talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle. It is a mix of the mental, physical, and spiritual knowledge, the mind, body, soul trifecta, and everyday beautiful people at our base. Where something's trying to be better, going from negative to positive. And on that note, John hit me with that little sentence he just rocked.
Okay, my friend, it is knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing.
I mean,
It's the
for
same.
10 words or whatever, that just blows my mind right there, John, that one.
Yep.
And I have to say, immediately it takes my mind to, and I'm not trying to judge. I am not calling anybody out. I'm simply pointing out some facts that I see through my own eyes. This is my perception. But I think our medical system, I think our social media system, and I see all these people either claiming to be health gurus who are 200-300 pounds overweight,
Cool.
trying to heal other people, or 18-19-year-olds who haven't been through all that much in their life, although they probably mean very well, trying to school others. And I just wonder if they don't know, is it the same as what they know? Does that make any sense, John? Did that come out right?
I'm not entirely sure it did, and in some ways, I completely agree with you. I said this to my niece today. I think I would not take any guidance and advice about health or wellness or nutrition or exercise or diet of somebody who is not in great shape. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean these people aren't knowledgeable.
Amen.
It means they can't give a fuck about taking care of themselves. Excuse the language, apologies. They don't give a F-bomb about themselves. So if they don't care about themselves, I am not interested in their knowledge. However, we'll break it down to it wasn't going to be a system society bashing conversation. It was just 10 words, really poignant, kind of sat us back in a chair. But if you look at the whole allopathic medical system, and you were talking about your £400 doctor, I think in the 99% of cases, 90% of cases, it's a combination of they just don't know because they weren't trained in anything other than the pharmaceutical symptom cure. Here's a pill for every ill, which is the pharmaceutical. I think it's mostly that they just don't know, or they're just being financially rewarded for giving pills rather than looking at the cause. So if you go to your doctor and you've got a sore knee, he might look at your knee, give you some painkillers, stick a needle in it, tell you to rest it, elevate it, right, ice it, and that's it. If you go to a naturopathic doctor, he may notice you've got a tight shoulder, which is going to put your back out, which flips your pelvis, and he adjusts your shoulder, and that makes your knee better. But anyway, that's completely neither here nor there. We were talking about knowing, not knowing.
Go on, Matt. Wait a sec. It is exactly there, John, because that's what I'm saying.
All right.
if they actually know, but they themselves don't take their own advice, it's like
Yep.
you're on a soapbox preaching, but you're not practicing what you preach, right?
Okay.
So
Yep.
if I've gone to, we'll just say whatever schooling, right? And I am in a place of authority and I am preaching to everyone around me to do this, do that, yet I can't do a push-up, or I cannot,
Yeah.
or
Okay. Yeah.
choose not to eat healthy food, and I am overweight and I am this and I am that, then how do I have the right to spit those claims when I don't even practice what I preach, right? That's
Yeah.
one of the
Okay.
things we try to avoid here.
Yeah. I'll take that and I'll agree with that. But I think this oh, I've got cramp. Excuse me. Just been for a run. um, see this it. We're living it real. But
This is live. Johnny's got a cramp. Johnny's got a cramp.
um, I think this statement, knowing and not doing, is the same as not knowing. Is I think that's meant to be on the when you're reflecting inwards on the individual, not when somebody else is spitting knowledge. It's like when you've read a book on self-improvement, or you've read a book on diet, or you've read a book on this or that and the other, and you've now got the knowledge in front of you. You've read it, you've interpreted it, you've hopefully questioned yourself some more to learn some more, and you still choose not to take action.
So then that goes exactly with the title of the show. Ignorance is not bliss.
Yep. Oh,
Because when you can't untake the red pill in the matrix, right, John? You know what I mean?
yep. Yep. Come on, keep talking.
Oh, I thought I kind of interrupted you there.
No,
But
no.
I mean this one fascinates me, man. Like it is true if you take in any type of knowledge, and it again to find the knowledge takes a while, but the minute you find that knowledge, if it goes in here and you then put your head in the sand like an ostrich, man, I think at that point you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing your soul a disservice, you're doing all those around you a disservice because you're choosing the easiest path, and that is the path of ignorance, right?
The path of ignorance, which quite often it's a low energy field, a low energy vibration, which then creates a low energy around yourself and around the people. And we all start listening to more fucking drama on the news or drama in the media. And it just drags you down. Whereas when you've got that knowledge, when you've taken it upon yourself to go out there, to read a book, to watch a movie, and to listen, okay, we can do that forever. We can all go out there and get a new guru or a new mastermind group or whatever it is, or a new course or conference, and we can go forever. But once we've got that, we don't actually start to apply it, we might as well have saved all the time and all the money and not bothered.
I
That's it.
agree. And
That's
I
all.
think, John, you and I have been in the situation where we think that it's easier to not know, and maybe we'd rather be at the bar or chasing women or watching movies or playing video games, right? But
Yeah,
at some point, you either put in the time now to learn, or you're going to put in the time later to try and heal yourself. And I think
yeah,
it's harder later.
yeah. I agree. I agree. So trying to pull this all back together for a takeaway for the people who are listening or watching. Um, just comes back to self-awareness. It comes back to
Very true.
um, just on those occasions where you go, I read that book. I did read that book on diet, and it might not be perfect, but with the information I've got available today and the state I'm in, there's probably a few things that I can apply in that book that would make my life better. Not going to fix everything, but it'll make some things better. It will create some structure. It will create possibly some awareness and conscious awareness of what I'm eating every day, or how I'm eating, or where I'm going. And you know what? If I applied those few rules, then things would get better, and that would give me more vitality, which would make things better. It's these baby steps. Or I'm just going to forget I read it. So on those occasions when you clock, I've read that book, try and stick with that and just stay with that thought for a minute, and just trying to bring it into this front mind, the conscious mind, so you're thinking about it and it's not just floating around. Max finishes off.
I agree with that, John. I would say this: if you're listening to this show, you obviously are on the path to embetterment, so that's a beautiful thing. Understand, do your best, forget the rest. So what you know today is a good thing. If you do truly want to be better, laziness has to leave. I mean, it straight up has to leave. And do yourself a favor. Go hang out with your grandparents. Go hang out in an old age home. I've been there. I've went and seen the people sitting there in the wheelchairs drooling. We want to avoid that for as long as bloody possible. At least I do. And I hope if you're listening to this, you do. And that starts today. It has to start today. So whatever knowledge you get today, understand it's in your subconscious. It's always there. It's time for us to all do better and be better.
Absolutely.
So spend some time with some old people.
Absolutely agreed. I'm 45 on Friday, and I had a message from my niece today, and she said, "I swear to God, you look like you're getting younger each day."
Yes.
And I'll take that because I'm aiming for 120, which means I've got more than half my life again.
Exactly. And that's the way we need to look at it, John. None of us think we're going to get old. That's the problem. So we are lazy and we push it off until it's, you're 70, 80 years old, and then it's all over. And that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah. And I may be aiming for 120, but the decisions and choices I'm making are the ones that I can do today.
Amen.
And then tomorrow we start again. And the day after that we start again. And just a little.
And you're gonna know more tomorrow than you did today as well. So you just keep improving. Whether it's health, whether it's strength, whether it's cardio, whether it's knowledge. If you're on this path, you will continue to improve.
It's like being born on day one with 45 years of knowledge in a chip.
There you go.
Head, so it's awesome. Anyway,
and John, before we go, John, when you were here, we looked at gentlemen who were in their 60s, late 60s, early 70s, who were still chiseled, who were still traveling the world, who were still crushing workouts. That's who we aspire to be. They motivate us, and we hope to be doing that with you and for you as well, listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. So from Max and myself, thank you for tuning in, for listening, for watching, for subscribing if you have, for liking and following us, commenting, all of that good stuff. We do appreciate your sharing your time with us. It is valuable, and we are grateful. So I thank you. I'll say goodbye, Max.
See you guys tomorrow. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the audio listens. I really hope we get 166 out on audio because that was a killer show. But we will see you tomorrow as we always do.
Okay, ciao. Bye-bye.